Good evening from Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, this city home to the eighth wonder of the world, the Astrodome. We'll see on the floor who stands out tonight.
I don't know about that, Ed. I may have to disagree with you on that. The eighth wonder of the world is the Red Rowdies. Let's get loud. Let's represent. Houston Rockets, what time is it?
They are certainly impressive. Let's do this in Houston. Jay, these two rosters as good as any assembled in the NBA over the last decade plus, and you can imagine the pace is going to be so critical in this one tonight.
Both teams lead the league in points per game. It will come down to which team can execute towards the end in the half court. But Ed, Kevin Wayne Durant is the difference maker, and let me tell you why. So many people have been talking about this is a different type of Kevin Durant. He's not the nice guy anymore. I like the fact that Kevin Durant has become somewhat defiant against authority. I like the fact that him and Draymond Green are two of the top 10 players in the league as far as technical fouls drawn. I like that nastiness. That could be the difference between this team winning the Western Conference Finals and winning the whole thing.
Curry has it.
Hey, lock up, lock up. Wait on it.
Sizing up the defense. Curry slams it down.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive to watch a young player this new to the NBA not be afraid to drive to the basket. Goes a long way in establishing your presence in the league.
Russell Westbrook matched up with the two-time MVP.
Come on, you gotta work around the screen. You're killing me.
Doesn't get the bounce.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Clint Capella knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
And count the basket inside.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
It's Russ at the controls. And look out. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Curry to bring it up. Leads a bucket. Layup goes down. Well done.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Westbrook across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Harden. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. And he'll head to the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. Westbrook with the basketball. Down 5. Willie Cauley-Stein tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And it's Green, 4-2.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Warriors have it. To Thompson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Screen coming. Russell Westbrook against the native of Sweden. Short jumper off the mark. Driving right to the basket. Stuffs it down with authority.
That's called a grown man play, Ed. Someone's trying to get featured on SportsCenter tonight.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Gordon with it. Down a dozen. Tough make through traffic.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's Steph at the controls. Takes stock of the floor. To Curry. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Austin Rivers. Screen coming. Iman Shumpert, defended by Draymond Green. Oh, he had it.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Nice finish at the rim.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Here comes the screen. Gordon sizing up Draymond Green. To Rivers. Rises for the slam. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
And a nice finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Steph lets loose. Add 2 points to the board. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
Rivers into the front court. His guys down big. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Curry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Iman Shumpert has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip.
Into the game for Houston, number 5, Tyson Chandler.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Capella. Clint Capella. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Hey, look, this is a new wave. If a young cat catches you sleeping on the wrong night, it's definitely going to get 1 million+ views the next day.
Whistle blows. It's an 8-second violation. That's a big finish.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming. But it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
I got ball, I got ball. I got something for him. Wait on it.
Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish to this first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Here's Harden with the rock to Westbrook.
Wait on it. Pick.
Harden to Capella. Clint Capella. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Clint Capella able to recover with the block. And the basket good at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Harden with it up top. Down a bundle. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Won't go.
Wait on it.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Green. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Draymond Green at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter.
Come on, y'all. Let's go get it.
Subbing in for Houston, number 42, Nene. Into the game for the Golden State Warriors.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter.
For the next home game are still available at box office. Buy one or more tickets before the end of today's game and you'll receive
Russell Westbrook with the rock. To Harden. Baseline drive. Willie Cauley-Stein snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
To Russell. You've got to get that one to go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Shot for James Harden. No good.
I got it. Rick. Double.
To Russell. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. He's 2 for 2 now.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
The screen sets him up for 2.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
I got ball. Screen on your left.
To Russell. Good. Off a spin. Hey, look.
Pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while, too, I guess.
To P.J. Tucker. Down low, it's Gordon. Won't go down.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still, you got to make that one.
Curling inside. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
They work it down to Gordon. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Sean Livingston.
Oh, yeah, let's double trap him. Yep. There you go. I got your help here. Shoot it.
Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Got him. Good trap.
To Russell. Cauley Stein.
Wait on it. Go, sir.
To Sean Livingston.
Screen cover. Watch out.
Stuffs it down with authority. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Couldn't keep it in. Off James Harden. Russell with it up top. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Sean Livingston for three, and he knocks it down, Jay.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Screen right. Got you.
Harden
When you open, shoot.
fires the three, and the rebound grabbed by the Warriors.
I got him. Trap.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
So you're just going to let him go coast to coast like that?
To Harden.
I got him. Yep. What a roll. Hey. Wait on it. Go, sir.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Harden trying to take it to the basket, but a shot stays out. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the roll. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Harden into the front court. He'll run the offense to Westbrook. Harden against the former Cougar. Nothing going here on that drive. And the Warriors have the rebound.
Hold on. Double. Got him. Trap.
Klay Thompson with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Not that time.
Pick it up.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
It's Harden. Deep two there, won't go. Curry into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Got it.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Harden with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. Now that's a contest.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Over to the right side. To Curry. Thompson. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Thompson. And he's going to the line to shoot.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
And hits the first free throw.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Knocks down the second free throw.
Oh yeah, 2 points.
And he hits all 3 free throws.
Good shot, baby.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense.
Here we go.
To Harden.
Hey, you got the screen right.
It's Westbrook. Can't connect.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws.
Tyson Chandler.
Coming left.
Russell Westbrook steps into it. The shot, almost.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
Listen up, fans. Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office.
Has a look. That's usually one that he'll knock down. It's James Harden once again. To Westbrook. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. From the painted area, won't go down. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Fareed. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Slam dunk.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Thompson. Gets it in the left corner. Curry. Nice pass to set things up.
How many times did we see this last year for this Warriors ball club? You know when that third quarter arrives, you better bring it because that's when they take it to another level.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
James Harden at the line for 2 shots. A career 85% free throw shooter.
Get your money, man.
and fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Russell into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
James Harden at the controls. To Westbrook.
Wait on it.
Capella. James Harden trying to convert the extra try, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Free throw good. He's able to polish off the three-point play. Harden to Westbrook. Thompson. Down low, Cauley Stein. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Harden to Fareed. And scores. Strong take.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Self check. Hey, left. Let's talk.
Fires the three, buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Harden defended by Thompson.
Wait on it. Go, sir.
To Westbrook. Has a chance. Just off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
To Russell. Lets it fly from long range. D'Angelo Russell bothered just enough on that one.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Westbrook to Capella. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. New blood coming in for both sides.
Got him. I got him.
Substitutions. Houston. Entering the game.
To Fareed.
Number 13.
And the rebound corralled by Cauley Stein.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Gordon to the basket, but his shot no good.
Got him. Good trap. Good trap. Double.
Tyson Chandler sends it away. That's his third block this evening.
Wait on it.
Couldn't keep it in. Out off Kenneth Fareed. .20-footer at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. The Warriors with a commanding lead. The Warriors with the basketball to begin.
Substitutions. Golden State. Substitutions. Houston.
Hard guarded by Klay Thompson. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Steph Curry, guarded by Nene. And scores.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Big finish. Full head of steam that time.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Curry. Curling inside to Thompson. Yes, Klay Thompson. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Harden to Westbrook. From long range. Rebound taken by Jerebko. To Thompson. Here comes the screen. Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
And he misses that one free throw. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Harden in possession. His guys down big. It's Curry controlling the offense. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
4-3. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Westbrook. Harden. Here's a chance from long range. That no good. Off the mark. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Runner here won't go down. Westbrook into the front court. Down a bundle. James Harden trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offense.
Stuffs it down with authority. Long heave from three-quarters court. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.